One of my knee injuries happened at the 2022 Olympics. I tore my ACL the day before I was supposed to compete. I could feel the mental toll on me right away. I was filled with sadness and then a different type of grief as well. Grief for all my dreams that I had at that point, my goals, how I thought I would see everything working out. I felt so isolated and alone and incapable of doing things. And a little bit of why am I doing this? Injuries just consuming me a bit. A lot of, I think, athletes like to figure out everything on their own. They can do everything. They're tough, they're strong. They don't need anyone to help them out. But I think navigating, figuring out how to ask people for help and talk about it and realize that you're not alone in these situations. And there's lots of people in your life that care about you and want to bring your water bottle upstairs for you when you can't. Just someone to lean on and talk to when I'm feeling like a bit more lonely or a little bit more sad and just not motivated. Just reaching out to someone and talking about what's going on in your head and accepting help, but also giving yourself a little bit of grace dealing with those situations. I would see lots of other athletes, even when they post about ACLs, they'll be like, just had surgery on my ACL. In a few months, I'll be working my hardest to get back to it. And that's all you see them post. And you're kind of just like, wow. And then when I tore my ACL and it happened to me, and that's not how I felt one single bit. I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is just going to be a few months. I'm going to be back. That's in no way how I felt. So I felt so alone during that period that no one had shared a little bit more of how much of a toll it takes and how you don't immediately feel motivated and right back. Like, oh, I'll be right back in a few months. Like, gonna get strong. This is not an issue whatsoever. So I chose to post being a bit more open just so people don't feel alone and more athletes talk about how when they're going through it, it's not just the physical injury, it's the mental injury as well. There's mentally things that you need to work through as well as get all your strength back. Going with wanting to talk about it more has helped me in general a lot. I'm not always just when someone asks me right away, like, great, I'm amazing. I'm more open to talk to other people and be like, oh, this is causing issue for me. And then they actually know where I'm at. And my friends check in, my teammates, my coaches, they actually physically know where I'm at and mentally know where I'm at as well. And they can help support you a lot better. My parents love to tell the story of when I was a kid. They had asked me, they're like, Elena, is there anything that you're not good at? And I was like, I'm not really good at flying yet. And then I basically spent my whole life in the air flying and doing that. So much of my life I have been a skier, and my whole identity I just put as me as the skier. Oh, do you know Elena? They would be like, the skier. That's what I'm known as. That's kind of who I am. I feel like my identity is really tied into my athletic career. Being pulled away from that at first, it hits like low because I'm like, who even am I or what am I doing? And then I worked really hard to find other hobbies or other sources of happiness. So when I'm pulled away from my sport, I have other things that bring me joy as well. So having other interests as well and knowing that all me isn't just my sport. So when I'm not doing this much, I still am happy and able to have a good time going on. And then tying that in with seeing my psychiatrist and being more open with my friends and talking about things like that has helped me a lot to be a little bit of where I'm at today.